Hey guys, good morning. I had something that was on my heart this morning, and I'm one of those people that like to talk it out. I like to talk about it when it's on my heart or when it's on my mind. It'll eat at me and eat at me until I finally talk about it, get it out. But I have a condition physically in my body that requires me to go for blood work at least once a year, sometimes twice a year if the levels aren't where they should be. And if they're really bad, then there's times where I have to go every 8 weeks until they finally get to a point that the doctor says, okay, we can wait 6 months or we can wait a year. But with that comes some pain. Now, like I said, it's blood work, so they got to poke me with a needle. I don't have a fear of needles, but it's definitely not something that is incredibly comfortable or that I enjoy doing. Um, I actually try and put it off as much as I can until the very last moment. So, but with that, I was sitting there this morning, been praying a lot about some certain situations that are going on in my life, in my family's life. And I was sitting there, and when she took my blood work this morning, it hurt. It actually kind of made me flinch, which is not a big deal. I've had them from one extreme to another. I've had it where the nurse kind of pokes you and then didn't hit the vein, so she's trying to find the vein. Yeah, and my toes curl up in my shoes, and I'm seeing like 3 shades of red, and fist, and then there's other times where they poke you and it hurts, but you know what? It might just be a little flinch, little bee sting, and then it's done. Then there's been other times where I didn't even feel them poke me with a needle, and it was over like that, no problem. But I was sitting there this morning. It was one of those mornings that it was just kind of like, oh, wow, that kind of hurt. But then it was over and it was done. I'm left with the memory of the pain, but the pain is no longer there. And um, when I was coming home, meditating on that, and God dropped a thought in my mind that we are constantly poked and prodded as Christians. Um, Sometimes it hurts more than others. Sometimes it brings more pain than other times. Other times it's like, okay, God, you poked, you prodded. Really didn't hurt all that bad, but I can tell, you know, there's something that's going to come of it and it's going to be okay and I can move forward. There's other times where you get poked and it's like, oh, wow, that kind of hurt. Pastor stepped on my toes this morning. Um, and it hurts for just a brief moment, and then you walk away from it with the memory of the pain, with the memory of the situation that impacted you. And you walk away with that memory, but you're not walking away with that pain. It's something that you allow yourself to grow from. It's something that you allow yourself to walk on and become a better person from. Um, then there are those times in your life, and if you have not faced them yet, um, they will come at you. They will be unexpected. You will not see them coming, um, but they will be there, and they will hurt like crazy. You will ball up your fist, your toes will curl in your shoes, and you'll want to run away. But let me encourage you today, as this is incredibly real. This is my heart. That even though every sign in your body, in your mind, in your heart is telling you to run, to get away, to retreat. This pain hurts more than you could have ever imagined. That one day it will be over. That one day you will mend. And again, you will be left with the memory of the pain, but the pain will no longer be there. People like to quote all the time that God will only put on you as much as you can bear, that joy comes in the morning, that sorrow only lasts. You know, it is there, and the pain will always be there. You will always remember the pain. You will always remember the situation that brought you that pain. But you know what? Because you can't get away from that, you can grow on that. You can become better. Don't allow it to hold you captive. Don't allow it to create such bitterness and hatred inside you that you become a stranger to yourself. That when you look in the mirror, all you see is a bitter and hurting person because you cannot get over that pain. Don't allow the memory of what brought you to your knees to keep you there. You need to get up. You need to move on. It's going to hurt. Yes, it's going to hurt. It's like a band-aid that just you keep ripping off, or that scab that keeps getting ripped off, and it opens and it's there. But you know what? Sometimes taking that scab off and allowing that wound to empty and become clean is the best thing for it. Yeah, it may leave you with a scar, but you know what? Thank God I have scars because it allows me to know that I'm a person and I'm human, and that with all my scars, God has been there through everything that I've dealt with, both personally, in my family, in my marriage. Those scars show me who I am and let me know that I'm a survivor. I'm not somebody that rolled over and gave up and just let the world have whatever they wanted from me. I was a survivor. I have scars. I have battle scars. I could sit here all day and tell you my stories. But you know what? That's all they are. They're scars. They're not who I am. They're not who I'm going to be. They've brought me to this point, but they do not define me. I define myself. God defines me. I find my strength in Him. When I can't carry on, when I can't carry this burden anymore, when it hurts so bad, all I want to do is run away. All I have to do is say, Jesus. That's all I have to do. I don't even have to tell Him because He already knows. And He takes it. And yeah, maybe we carry it from time to time, but it's all in that healing process. I encourage you today that if you're dealing with something, if you have pain that is happening in your life right now, that you don't let it define you. Don't let it become who you are. Let it become who you were and build on it. Grow with it. Go with it. Allow God to use it for something better. Don't become bitter. Become better. I love you all.